when you were single, did they ever reach out for you to come back and do Paradise?
Or Bachelor Pad or...
Yeah, so actually Paradise. I was in talks to do it, and I had just started dating someone that I really liked at the time in Venice. And I remember saying to him, like, kind of like testing the waters, like, what would you think if I did the show? And my book had just came out, and I was like, this would be great for sale, like it'd be great to put myself back
You're like,
out
how
there.
into me are you? Like, is this long term? Is this another 2 months? Like, how invested should I be?
I was like, if he would have been like, yeah, go do it, I would have been like, bye. Here we are, adios. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I didn't do it. I dated him, ended up dating him for a while. But I will say, I had a lot of the guys sliding into my DM that were going on. Chris Bukowski.
Chris!
I love Chris. And he's a good friend of Jacqueline's. And he came to my book launch in New York. And so I had already met him. And Brooks Forrester, I don't know if you remember him. So yeah, there was a lot of that. And then the girls that were going on were messaging me. Like, people were kind of like staking their claim. And I remember, Graham Bunn was going on that season. And I kind of thought he was cute. And we had like played in a Bachelor charity soccer game together. And so like we had met a few times. And I remember thinking like, would we hit it off down there? And then a girl that wanted to date him really bad that I know reached out to me as well and was like, he's mine, basically. Like, I'm going down there for him. And then there was somebody else. Who was it? Who was the girl? It was Claire. I think, did Claire go down to Paradise?
Crawley?
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, she did.
And Claire and I were messaging
she might have done
Paradise
Did you get along with Claire, or were you guys enemies?
I didn't. Well, obviously I didn't do the show, but we get along great. We did a couple of charity events together. Yeah, so I think Claire was interested in Graham Bunn too. And I remember I'm like, oh my God, they're both messaging me about him. And of course it makes me think like, wait, should I go down there and meet him? So yeah.
Well, I think he's still single, right? He was on Clickbait a few years ago. We had him on.
I think he's an eligible bachelor. And and then so Brooks Forrester flew out to meet me in California before he decided to do it. Yeah. So yeah, and we didn't really, it was weird. It was like he came and like I was kind of dating this other guy and he was like, I just want to meet you. Like, I've always had a crush on you. Like, let's see if there's anything here. But I might be doing the show. It was like a weird kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot. There's the tea
for you.
Yeah, there's the tea.
I feel like that happens a lot too. I feel like a lot of like people will be hesitant to like jump into a relationship if they know they're potentially going to be cast on Paradise. I think like that.
Yeah, you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But I had met Chris Bukowski and we had made out in New York after my book launch party. And then he was messaging me like, I'm going down there. And I was like, can't we just like do this in real life? Like we kind of had a connection. And then I was like, I'm not doing it. And then he ended up doing like 3 other shows. I think that was the year he went back on like Andy's season or something. I'm like, this guy, he's still show up to the opening of an envelope.
Well, we hooked him up with his current girlfriend.
Yeah,
right
we set him up with
so happy
with
for
Anna.
You guys
they're happy.
We did, because Anna was on my season and Joe was out having drinks with Chris and I was on FaceTime with Anna at the same time and he came back and I was like, Joe, you got anyone for Anna? Like, let's set her up with someone. And he was like, oh my God, I was just out with Chris. Yeah. Let's make this happen. So